Hello everybody. Today we will be studying about Nadi Pariksha. That is our second topic from the third chapter. So, what is Nadi? Nadi in Ayurveda is equivalent of pulse, right? The pulse is referred to as the Nadi, and the artwork of technology know-how of pulse analysis is known as Nadi Vigyan, right? Nadi is nothing but Nadi is pulse of the individual, right? Nadi is the pulse of the individual, and the science that helps us to understand and analyze this pulse is known as Nadi Vigyan. Is known as what? Is known as Nadi Vigyan. Nadi or a pulse is that vital flow of energy or life that courses through an as a subtle channel all over the body and enables the Vaidya to feel the way the blood spurts from the heart. Right. So Nadi signifies what? Nadi signifies life in the individual. Nadi signifies life in the individual. Right. If the individual is alive or not is known by examining his or her pulse. Right. It is one of the vital signs of a living individual. The pulse at rest signifies the presence of life, and physicians should recognize health and ill health of the individual by examining the pulse. Right. Now, what is the technique of Nadi Pariksha? How exactly Nadi Pariksha is done? So, in the presence of in the process of Nadi Pariksha, physician should palpate the pulse of the patient with three fingers of the physician, that is index finger, middle finger, and ring finger on the forearm. Kar Angushtamulam. Basically, on the forearm is specifically on the Angushtamul, right? This is the mule, the base of the thumb, is where exactly the physician should place his three fingers, right? तो जब एग्जामिन करता है फिजिशियन, तो फिजिशियन को एग्जामिन करने में उसको तीन फिंगर्स की मदद लेनी है, दैट इज हिज इंडेक्स फिंगर, हिज मिडिल फिंगर एंड हिज रिंग फिंगर. And the site where he should palpate is the mole of the angusht, that is the thumb, and it's below it, below the thumb, at the mole, at the root of the thumb is where exactly the physician should palpate in order to do the Nadi Pariksha, right? One finger distance, yeah, exactly, one finger distance from the mole, right? Not exactly on the mole, but one finger away from it. One finger distance from the angusht mole. So what is the basic technique of palpating? The the physician should feel the pulse by pressing it, giving and releasing pressure at the site, right? For example, the site is अंगुष्ठ मूल के एक अंगुल नीचे, राइट? अंगुल अंगुष्ठ मूल के एक अंगुल नीचे फिजिशियन को अपने तीनों उंगलियों को प्लेस करना है और उस पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन पे तीन बार प्रेशर देना है और प्रेशर को रिलीज करना है और फिर पल्स को फील करना है उस जगह पे, ठीक है? इसमें से जो उसकी इंडेक्स फिंगर होगी वो वात को फील करेगी, वात वह नाड़ी को फील करेगी. जो मिडिल फिंगर होगी वह पित्त वह नाड़ी को फील करेगी, और जो रिंग फिंगर होगी वह कफ वह नाड़ी को सिग्निफाई करेगी, राइट? सो दिस वाज द बेसिक टेक्निक ऑफ हाउ नाड़ी परीक्षा शुड बी डन, राइट? तो कहां पे साइट क्या थी हमारी? कि साइट थी हमारा अंगुष्ठ मूल के एक अंगुल नीचे, अंगुष्ठ मूल के एक अंगुल नीचे, राइट? Three fingers are used जिसमें से हमारी इंडेक्स फिंगर वाज सिग्निफाइंग वात व्याधि, मिडिल फिंगर वाज सिग्निफाइंग पित्त दोष, एंड रिंग फिंगर वाज सिग्निफाइंग कफ दोष, राइट? नाउ व्हाट इज द काल ऑफ नाड़ी परीक्षा? व्हाट इज द काल ऑफ नाड़ी परीक्षा? कब कब नाड़ी परीक्षा करनी चाहिए, राइट? तो बेसिकली नाड़ी परीक्षा शुड बी डन इन अर्ली मॉर्निंग in the first 3 hours, that is the first prahar of the morning after malmutra visarjan, right? This is when nadi pariksha should be done. But in case of an emergency, it can be done any time, day or night. It can be done at any time, right? In case of a emergency. Now, what are the sites of nadi pariksha in relation to gender? For example, if you are examining a female patient, Nadi Pariksha should be done on the left hand. When you are examining a male patient, right hand should be palpated, right? So these were the sites of Nadi Pariksha. Now our next topic is how Nadi behaves based on different dosha prakop, right? What is the effect of dosh on the nadi, right? So the first thing is, when vat dosh is dominant, then the characteristic of nadi is vakragati, right? The characteristic of nadi is what? The characteristic of nadi is vakragati, which will be resembling the animals such as jaloka and sarp, and it is again felt on the index finger. जब हमने कैरेक्टरिस्टिक पढ़ रहे होते हैं नाड़ी की कि किस दोष के डोमिनेंस में नाड़ी कैसा बिहेव करती है, तो आचार्यों ने इसको एक्सप्लेन करते समय कई सारे एनिमल्स का एग्जांपल देते हुए एक्सप्लेन किया कि दिस पर्टिकुलर एनिमल, द मूवमेंट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर एनिमल विल बी resembling or will be signifying this particular dosha prakopa. For example, if vat is prakopit, then the characteristic of nadi will be vakragati, that will be resembling to jaloka and sarp. ठीक है, ऐसे ही हर दोष में हम कुछ एनिमल्स को यूज करते हैं. आचार्य ने कुछ एनिमल्स का एग्जांपल दिया है कि इनकी गति को रिजेंबल करेगा नाड़ी जब ये पर्टिकुलर दोष प्रकोपित होगा. ठीक है, तो वात था. पित्त में वैसे ही जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक होगी नाड़ी की वो होगी चंचल, right? The animal that will be resembling the pitta dosha prakopa would be manduk and kak. Manduk is what? Mendak, right? And kak is crow. Again, pitta dosh, middle finger will be signifying the pitta dosha. The kaf characteristic of nadi will be mand, that is, it will be slower than the usual, and the animals that will be relating to this gati will be hams and paravat, right? And the ring finger is used to examine this or signifies kapha dosh, right? When pitta and vat both are in dominant state, then the characteristic will be vakragati or chanchal. The animals that will be signifying it will be sarp or manduk, and the place where it will be felt will be below the index and middle finger, right? When vat and kaf will be in prakopavastha, then it will be vakra and mand. The animals that will be resembling it, or we can correlate it with, are sarp and hums, and it will be felt below the index and the ring finger. When pitta and kaf dosh will be in prakopavastha, then the characteristic of the nadi will be mand or chanchal, and the animals that we can correlate it with are manduk and mayur, and it can be felt under the middle and the ring finger. When dosh will be in sannipata avastha, or all the three doshas are in dominant state, then the characteristic of the nadi will be vakra, tivra or mand, and the animals that will be resembling it are lav and titir, that is titar, right? And it will be felt under all the three fingers. So these were how doshas will be affecting the nadi, right? So we have studied that. Now we will be looking into what are the synonyms of nadi, right? Synonyms of nadi. So synonyms of nadi are snayu, hamsi or hamsi, right? Dhamni, right? So dhara, tantuki, right? These are the synonyms of nadi. Now, what is how the nadi will be felt in a healthy individual, right? Nadi of a healthy individual. Nadi of a healthy individual will be sthir and balwan, right? That is, sthir means steady and forceful. Forceful means like it will have some that you can easily feel the nadi on while palpating it, right? So these are the characteristics of nadi of a healthy individual, that it will be sthir or steady. There is not much variation while palpating, not very fast, not very slow. It is the pulsation is very normal. And the second thing is that you can easily find the nadi. You can easily palpate the pulse of the individual. In some individual, what happens is that it is very hard to find the pulse. In some individual, what is that there is the nadi is very fast, right? The strength is very diminished, or you cannot feel it at all. So in a healthy individual, what you will see is that nadi is sthir, steady, and easily felt. Forceful, balwan, easily felt, right? What are the next thing that we will be looking into is what are the contraindication of nadi pariksha. When nadi pariksha should not be done? There are certain scenarios in which there are certain points at which nadi pariksha should not be done. For example, after taking food, right? Just after taking food, nadi pariksha should not be done, right? After food, you should not check the pulsation of, because you will not get the correct values of the pulse just after. If someone has just taken food, then you may find some variation while examining his pulse, right? So you should not examine him just after he took the food. After food, you should not examine nadi just after bath, after snehan process. Once the individual has gone through snehan process, once the individual has gone through snehan process, the examination of nadi should not be done, because again you can get a lot of variations in the correct pulsation of the individual, right? So while examining the nadi pariksha, you should make sure that the patient has not gone through any snehana process. Next is when the patient is hungry. When the patient is thirsty. During sleep and or just after waking up. So these are the conditions in which Nadi Pariksha should be avoided, because you will not get the correct value of, you will not get the desired result of Nadi Pariksha in such conditions. So the physicians should avoid doing Nadi Pariksha in such scenarios, right? Now the next topic is next topic is nature of nadi in different conditions, right? In different conditions, what we see, how nadi behaves in different conditions, right? So what will happen in fever, we will see, or jwar, right? Anger or krodh, in the state of chinta or bhay, in case of mand agni, how the pulse will behave, in case of tivra agni, what we will see, and in case of some agni, what we will see, right? What we will see in these conditions. So in case of fever, the nadi will be sa ushna vegavati. These will be the characters of nadi. Such sausma means it will be warm, nadi will be warm, and it will be rapid. Vegavati means it will be rapid. In case of krodh, what you will see, that the pulse is fast, tivra, fast or tivra. In case of anger or krodh, you will see that the pulse or the nadi is fast. In case of chinta or bhay, you will see that the pulse is slower, mand, right? In case of mandagni, again you will see what, you will see that in case of mandagni or shin agni, you will see that the pulse is slow and feeble, right? Slow and feeble. In case of Tivra Agni, the pulse will be fast and powerful. Right. In case of Samagni, you will see what? You will see that the pulse is heavy and tense. Right. These are the characteristic of nadi in different conditions. So in fever, it will be warm. You will feel that the nadi is rapid. In case of krodh or anger, again it will be fast. In case of chinta, it will be slow. In case of mand agni, it will be slow and feeble. In case of tivra agni, it will be fast and powerful. In case of samagni, it will be heavy and tense. Right. So these are the things that we have to study in Nadi Pariksha, and we have finished it. In the next video, we will be discussing about Mutra Pariksha. That is all. Thank you.